So welcome back again to another episode of Wren's Wasteland Camp Review slash Dumpster Fires of the Commonwealth. We are here at Charleston Station, and this is R. Gibson's camp, I guess. It's right over here. Now they built a farm in an area which is classically used for almost everybody who builds here builds a farm. They've got their water purifiers here for water farming, and they've got their crops placed out. They've got a few odds and ends as far as farming materials, and another few odds and ends as far as, items in their camp. Oh, my mistake. This is Skerber's camp. So this is Skerber's camp, so Gibson's camp's got to be up there, which means this camp isn't even on the map. Well, I'll be. And this one is just a little farm. They've got a few farm implements out. They've got the vault door out to go into a vault. But they literally have, just what you can't put out inside your vault in here. So I rate camps on a scale of 1 to 10. I give you 1 point if you build a bathroom, 2 points if you use a prefab. The rest of the points basically come down to your decorating skills or design choices that you make when you build a camp. The problem building farms like this is whenever they get attacked, you get things like this. And unless you have a large quantity of crops, which this one does, so it's not going to be a problem for the owner to go through, pick a few plants and replant or repair um, what's damaged. But farms have a really high cost. Plants cost almost as much as turrets, if you want to be honest. Um, some lights are a little less expensive than those, but not by much. So we're going to go ahead and give this camp its rating, and because it is just a farm and it is a camp that is only meant for that purpose, I'm only going to give it a 3 because it fulfills its purpose, but it doesn't do anything else. It's not aesthetically pleasing. It's not anything like that. It's not a house. It's not a home. It's not. I mean, I guess it's cool for what it is if all you want is a farm, but as you get higher levels in this game, you're going to know that there really isn't much of an end game in this game, so building camps becomes your end game, or, you know, torturing other players if you're into that kind of stuff. It's one or the other, really. But we'll go ahead and move on up here to the camp that I was originally going to, which is Art Gibson's camp, and we'll check out theirs to see if there's anything. I built a camp up here myself once or twice, and I managed to get the stairs to go all the way down to this railroad track, which, I mean, you can check that out. I want to say I did a build video on how to build on unlevel terrain, so you don't get this. Well, let's take a look here and see what they got. Okay, so they built a big red barn, basically. Got their farm protected by putting it interior, which is, a good way of handling it in this area, especially because you get a lot of mole rats that show up to attack it, or you get the occasional super mutant or scorch that spawn over here, or robot. I mean, it's a random spawn, but that area over there basically is continually spawning something to attack you, and it ranges based on your level, and I think the amount of time you've been here. Okay, so they have no wallpapers, a bit of displays to show they've been collecting for a while. A few bobbleheads, a few other things. I would say this is a low-level camp, but it's kind of at that kind of mid-tier where it could be low-level or it couldn't be low-level, because most high-level players don't keep a lot of bobbleheads. They only keep the ones that they like. and hardly anybody displays them unless they're like, putting them into their vaults, because you can display a lot better in there when it comes to these materials and even the magazines, because of just the vast number of them that you have. In all honesty, building exterior wise and building a display for your bobbleheads and that kind of stuff is kind of a waste of budget. But I mean, they're not really using their budget to the fullest anyway. I mean, look here, it's pretty obvious they're not. I do not have that crate myself, which kind of makes me wonder where that's from. Um, let's check their vendor. Again, not bad prices, not great prices, just kind of, average prices. Really low prices on this kind of stuff. If you were a low level player and you happened upon this camp, getting a Tinkerer's bench for 5 caps is not a big deal. Where, like, if you priced it at the 250 caps that it's actually priced at, it would be kind of well, a big deal. But not a bad little camp. It's well defended. Has a follower. I would probably turn these into doors because you got one on each side that basically is facing the wrong way. Or put up a wallpaper on it. Make it look like it was meant to be that way. Because right now it just kind of looks like they didn't know how to stack the walls in there, which they might not. I mean, technically the way to fix that would be to put another foundation in, place that in as a door, then remove the foundation and have it facing the right direction. Um, but hey, that's a build trick that not everybody, knows. But that's the easy way to fix it. So if you look behind me over my shoulder, you see that there are dogs down there right now. Mutant hounds. Like I said, everything spawns in this little area. So this camp, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it I'm going to give it just like the other camp down there. It's basically doing what it's meant to do. It's kind of a warehouse. It kind of fulfills the purpose of having all of your stuff protected and exterior. Um, they have a vast number of guns on the outside, which I'm glad that they have some on the ground, because that helps deal with things that are at ground level. The ones up on the top up there, I don't even know if they can lock onto anything until they're attacked, based on the way they set those in this game currently. But yeah, it fulfills its purpose. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not a horrible camp. It's not a great camp either. But it's well worth like a 4. I've seen a heck of a lot better, but I've seen a hell of a lot worse. So we'll go for one more camp. We'll go up here to Adel Marcus. Is it Marquess or Marquise? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this, which is kind of weird for me. Usually I have a rough idea how to pronounce practically anything and somebody can write, but this thing is just, it's just I want to say it's Marquis. Okay, so this, as you can tell, is built on a resource node. It's built on a junk node. They have their water purifiers out here, which is, convenient. Their ally is sitting out here and has a bed, which I kind of feel bad for the old lady. Um, they have a bit of a farm that, circles the place. The foundation that they use are the foundations that you get from the quest line where you unlock your personal vault. It's one of the first quests you should probably do in game to get it out of the way. It also gives you some locations opened up. And looks like they basically have built themselves a workhouse out here. Which, I mean, that's fine too. Although if I was going to build a low-level camp, this is probably not what I would build. I mean, I would go with I have a bed, I have some musical instrument, and I have some cooking implement, and some type of storage. I don't even know if I would bother with selling stuff based on the fact that, based on the fact that they're basically selling stuff that everybody's selling. So this one, like the first camp, is basically a farm. It's closer to the second camp, but not as heavily built up, meaning it doesn't seem to have as good a theming or. So I'm gonna give it a 3 like I did the first one. It's not a bad camp though. Not a good camp. I mean, they could have, actually sealed the walls. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, in case you haven't noticed, I haven't posted out the video teaching you how to do things yet because, in all honesty, I have tried to record it like 9 times so far and managed to bork my recording at least 9 different times. Everything from power outages to mics stopping to work to recording software cutting out to me hitting the wrong button to my kid playing music too loud to I can give you 1,000 excuses, all of them perfectly, absolutely legit in this case, unfortunately. But the major reason has been, in all honesty, I've been sick for the last, I don't know, month off and on. I just can't seem to get rid of the flu-like symptoms that I have, and my kid keeps bringing it back to me from school. And anybody that's got kids out there that knows, how that works, knows how that works. Um, Aw, thank you. You could do that for me, thanks. Anyway, um, if you like this kind of stuff, I'll have some more posted. I will get that video out as fast as possible. I will try and get it out within the week because I'm going to try and record it again here after this. But, yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good time, and I will talk to you later.